Are you only small? Those dark rain clouds that fill the sky to the distant horizons are also your manifestation. So why should I fear the roar of thunder and the flashes of lightning? We should not neglect the tiny butterflies, nor fear the thundering storm clouds, because they too are your manifestations. Even eternal time is not unrelated to you. The months, the seasons, the years formed by splitting the flow of time are also your manifestations. O Universal One, all center around you, all throb with your universal life, all pulse with your universal rhythm. All have been proclaiming your excellence since the dawn of time. The vast unfathomable ocean extols your limitlessness. The roaring waves of the sea cause the sky and earth to resound with your shouts of victory. Whatever is created vibrates with the endless flow of the jingling ankle bells. Ajamikam Luhita Shukrishnam Vahivim Brajaha Srijamanam Sarupam Ayoyake Yashama No Nushete Yahatyenam Bhukta Boga Mayonyaha. This diverse creation is created by your special eminent power. You were associated with that supreme operative power even before the dawn of creation. Sometimes you give her the power of expression, and sometimes you don't. You are unborn, Aja. She is also unborn. You have no father, but are the father of this universe. She too has no cause, yet is the mother of the universe. This unborn Prakriti, by whom you are activated, is not an entity separate from you, because you are the composite of both Purusha and Prakriti. Your name Brahma means the combination of both the supreme cognitive faculty and the supreme operative principle. According to the difference in the nature of the three principles of Prakriti, three colors are produced in the vast cosmic body: white, red, and black. Innumerable finite entities originate expressing these colors related to the three principles of Prakriti. Though all the microcosms are the reflections of that infinite unborn one, they worship Prakriti as her slave because their minds are dominated by Maya. Mongariber kidosh ashe, tumi baji kare meye shyama, ye man nachao temni nache. What's the fault of the mind? It dances as you, the magician, want it to dance. This unborn original entity does not depend upon the flavor of Prakriti for his existential substantiation. Although he is reflected on the mental mirror of the microcosms, his existence remains unimpaired. Thus the reflected consciousness on the unit mental plate is called Mayadina, dominated by Maya, whereas the original supreme entity is Mayadisha, dominated by Lord of Maya. One who has been able to merge in the original stance of supreme consciousness can easily recognize the constant metamorphosis affected by Prakriti on Purusha. Hence sadhakas want to overpower the influence of Prakriti by ensconcing themselves in the state of tranquility. Dva suparna sajuja sakaya samanam briksham parisha svayate tayoranyaha pipalam shvadvat Nanyo Bichakashiti. Do you know the nature of the relationship between Jivatma and Paramatma? It is as if two friendly birds with beautiful plumes are sitting on the same branch of a tree. One is the original entity, Paramatma, and the other is Jivatma, the reflection of Paramatma on the unit mental plate. Whenever the unit entities do something auspicious with the help of the mind, the Jivatma, due to its contact with the mind, experiences its positive effect. So the Rishi says, one bird, Jivatma, enjoys the sweet fruits of the tree, while the other bird witnesses its enjoyment. Paramatma, being the original entity, is not affected by the activity of the unit mind. He remains as the witnessing entity of all actions. Samane brikshe purusho nimagno nishaya shoshati muya manam yustam yada pashityanya mishamasya Mahimana miti vita shokaha. Two birds, Jivatma and Paramatma, are perched on the same tree. Due to the influence of reactive momenta, the Jivatma has to undergo suffering, bent double under the tremendous weight of afflictions. It appears to be inseparably associated with the unit being's sense of individual identity. Although the Jivatman is not the original author of actions, it is just the witness. It appears to be caught up in the cycle of action and reaction. Human beings call some Jivatma Mahatma, high soul, some Punyatma, pious soul, and some Papatma, wicked soul, but in fact it contains neither sin nor virtue, neither good propensity nor bad. It is forced to assume these epithets because of its supposed association with the psychic propensities. But whatever might be the nature of one's Jivatma, the grace of Paramatma is bestowed equally on all. He provides inspiration and momentum to all his great identities equally. That's why the Rishi says, when the Jivatma comes to know the supreme truth, through the guidance of the Sadguru and the grace of Paramatma, the original entity, it attains the proper knowledge about its own self, then gets relieved of its microcosmic bearing. When the unit mind, pursuing the path of intuitional science, realizes the greatness of the macrocosmic mind, it merges itself into the macrocosmic stance, ripping apart the bondages of virtue and vice, hope and despair, at a stage no grief, no distortion can affect or contaminate it. When the microcosm totally surrenders itself to the macrocosmic excellence, the Jivatma also becomes free from microcosmic bondages, and its separate individuality gets merged into the macrocosmic vastness. Marga Shirsha Purnima, 1956, TMC, Mongir.